Kaizer Chiefs will play Stellenbosch, and with so many combinations seeming like they are not working and some of them seeming like they are working, some players coming back from suspension and the new signings, how is Nabi going to set this team up? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Bilo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. Worst intro ever because there's too much echo. New office and yeah. Anyways, I asked you guys if you wanted to see the Soweto Derby video, and you guys, I said 1,500 likes and then I'll make the video. We only got 1,300, so I'm not going to make a video that only 1,300 people are interested in, especially one where I take 8 hours to make. In fact, I had started to analyze the game and then I saw that the likes were only 1,300, so I just stopped because I will not do that. For my benefit, I can watch it again, but not for posting. So, in goal, Prosip Vuma, obviously, because I know the nature of our fans is, I know Vuma has mistakes, but who doesn't? Me, I've always said this, my preference, Untwari, but right now, Vuma seems like he's been the most consistent and he's getting used to the back line. So if there is that thing that's happening, some chemistry that is being built, then keep him. But if it gets to a point where you see that nothing is working, including the goalkeeper is making too many mistakes, then take him off. But for now, keep him. If we go to right back, and Jabulo Plom is coming back from suspension, and now I think that he should come back and play that right back position. And I will tell you why. Frosler does not want to play. I would rather play someone out of position than play someone who just doesn't want to play. His body language just doesn't say, I want to play for this team, I want to play for this badge. So I'm okay with Frosler for now. They can put him on the side until he fixes whatever that's going on in his head, because it's been going on for way too long. So play Blom then as a right back. And what he can also do is to give you freedom to Umart Notele or Umteto Notele, whoever is going to be playing in midfield. You must also have Ublom invert into midfield. What that also does is it not only adds a person who can play the ball in midfield, but it also means Ublom does not get to go up and down the side, because if it goes up and down the side, what happens is it's difficult to recover. And as you saw, the penalty that we considered against Pirates, he was kind of out of position and then had to catch up with Mfukeng, and then we consider a goal. So I think that is fine, inverting into midfield and staying centrally and just being the one who's going to break attacks from Stellenbosch if they try to do that, and also is not that far if they choose to play Titus on our right, which is their left. Anyways, we move to the center back pairing. Obvious, Inacio and Dudley. Funny enough, people are quick to judge Inacio because Dudley is so clean. He's talented, we all know this, but Dudley also has his own mistakes, but those things need to be fixed. They cannot be both going to midfield and trying to add numbers forward, which is why you need Blom, who's going to add those numbers in midfield, because that's what the language is used to you love going to the ball too much. Don't go to the ball too much. Your primary role is to defend, as my friend Kosnati would say. Their primary role is to defend. So as much as they're going to help us play the ball, but they shouldn't go too far up, because in doing that you are leaving gaps and then teams can just exploit those gaps. Just like Amazulu did on Tuesday with their first goal. Moremi gets space between the defenders and then he chips the goalie because Nae Angaz good to be happy. But we're not there. Left back totally should come back. Here's the thing. Ukros, it's not because he was horrible. It's because one, Utitlokwe was very solid against Pirates. Utitlokwe, on top of being solid against Pirates, he's just been solid since he's been given an opportunity. On top of that, if they play with Titus on the right side, we saw that Udotli dealt with Titus really well. If Titus plays on the right to try and exploit whether Blom or Frosler will be playing there, I said Blom, then you can shift to Miguel as if he's pushing to support the right back position, and then we push Udotli as well to shift the side, and then Utitloka also moves. So we always have a back three in any case. Even if Frosler or Blom go out the wing, then we can just shift our back three as if we're marking the side, and then whoever Umtetwa or Mart can then cover that space behind, which brings us to midfield. And I think that I will tell you now, Umthethwa is the player that might play this game. Reason being, he was out in the previous one and it's like they are rotating him and Mart. But from my point of view, call me whatever you like, saying I'm Tando Mart. No, I look at his numbers, I look at the work that he does for the team, and based on the previous game form, I would play Umart over Umthethwa, because the other thing that I would play Umart over Umthethwa, because what I saw between Mart and Umthethwa, Mart and Ele, it seemed like they had a very good understanding. Ucele would stay and collect the ball, and then Umart was much better in progressing the ball forward. There's even a chance or two that he created from those positions. So I think that those two should be allowed to have some chemistry and build it, because yeah, Umar uzolahla ibhola if ukhulunywa ngokulahla ibhola at times, but not so much in the previous game. He was very solid. Ukuthi nje vele niyathanda ukumtarget ngoba nje, because abanye abantu bathi is running around like a headless chicken. What are you expecting a 6 to do? Because if you are a 6, you are going to cover the right back, you are going to cover the left back, you are going to be central. If you are pressing, you are going to be there. But ke kaya abantu bafuna mindawonye phela ngoba uyi6. Give me a break. So Umart, no. They played very well, especially in that first half. The only thing that became a problem in that combination, Kamart no was when Ele got a yellow card. And in him getting a yellow card, they now moved him and made him look like he's playing a 10, which meant he wasn't available for us when we're building from the back. And now we're rushing the ball at times. But most of the times we're playing the ball from the back. And mainly it was because Ucele was able to receive the ball and progress it with Umart, and then Umart to the wingers and so on and so forth. So yeah, we'll move on to a 10. And I will say this, Umtu Shabalala should be rested. Simple as that. Rest Umtu Shabalala, because there's no reason why you play him, because you keep on playing him, then you make that injury worse. If you make that injury worse, then he's not available for the rest of the league. He's not available for the game they were playing against Chipa, which I think right now our priority, as long as me personally, as long as I'm in the top 8 and I win the Nedbank Cup, I don't care about anything else at this point. Win me the Nedbank Cup, keep me in the top 8. In that way, I participate in another trophy next season, but also if I win the Nedbank Cup, then I'm going to Africa. So I don't need to fight for the third spot. So I cannot prioritize a league game right now over a cup competition. So rest Umtu Shabalala and play. This is where the coach is spoiled for choice, really, because one, you can play Sereno. The only con about Sereno playing as a 10 is that his work rate in midfield is not that great. That is why they choose to play him as a winger and then he inverts into midfield. But in any case, he can play the 10 position, because in any case, he ends up playing the 10 position. If they don't play him in the 10 position, then you can always have Nkosing Ngobo coming in and playing the 10 position. If that's not the case, then they still have Samgelo Zwane, who can play as a 6, but can also be in that position. But then again, as I said, if you want to play someone in that position of a 10, you need someone who's going to apply pressure, because when we are pressing, notice this, when Chiefs are pressing, they have the 4 in the middle, and the number 10 joins the striker in pressing as a 4-4-2. And Osamgelo Zwane is not that great in pressing, but Usireno can do that job relatively better than what Usamgelo would do in that position. So I would say play Sereno as a 10, and then left winger, yeah, Umodi, I think he's lost his confidence again, but he was starting to look very good, but I think that he deserves to be given another opportunity. And then on the right wing, of course, Lollipop. Up front, Matthews. By the way, someone said to me, I forgot to ask Umatai Muguti what his name was. He said that I doubted Morris. Of course I doubted Morris, but when I profiled him, I came back and I said, Morris, what is going to give us is pressure up front, and that's exactly what it gave us. Constant pressure on the defenders, and he did that. But in me saying he's a goal scorer, I will not say that because I've not seen that. But what I have seen is the fact that he's very good at putting and applying pressure on the forwards, and he's also very good at keeping the ball, which is something that I said he would be bringing to Chiefs. So my time I ngagiega that day, but yeah, there is a video. If you wanna check it, it says what next, what to expect. I'll just put it here and then you can watch it, where I was profiling the new signings, the Kaizer Chiefs. But how do you guys see this game going, and what are your match predictions? Do let me know down on the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals. aliphela umoya. Also, like the video if you want to see the analysis of the game. I need exactly 1,500 likes. If I don't get them, I won't do the analysis. Danko.